What's up guys, Zami here and you're watching Heavy Metal Pomp. Today I've got another pomade review for you. We're gonna be looking at a brand and brewer that I've talked about multiple times on this channel, so you should be familiar with the name Ziggy Supply. Today we're gonna be looking at Ziggy Supply's Sang Nila Cream Pomade. Now this is an unorthodox water-based pomade with a firm hold, and of course I want to thank my boy Martin for sending me this. Thanks dude. And they were even generous enough to give me a coupon code for you guys to save 10% off your order. Just key this in at checkout to save some cash. But anyways, without further ado, we're gonna take a closer look at the jar right now. And here we have Ziggy Supply's Sang Nila Cream Pomade. Comes in a 3.5 ounce plastic tub, has a black label with blue accents. You get the product name and the Ziggy Supply lion on the front. You also get the product name on the side, ingredients on one side, and more information on the other side as well. Overall, I really like the new design for this pomade, and I hope to see the other products be rebranded like this as well. And if you open it up, you get this pale blue cream inside. The scent's described as Le Malayan Spitz, and it smells really good. It's an oceanic scent with a hint of green apple, really fresh, clean, and just really nice. It's also a subtle and inoffensive scent, so it's not gonna bother you even if you don't like it. Now scooping it out, as you would expect from a cream pomade, comes out ridiculously easy. Barely even need any pressure to get it out. Breaking it down, just the same, but you do feel some slight tackiness come into play. Gets slightly more grippy the more you break it down. Applying it to the hair. Still fairly easy with some grip, but nothing painful. I'm applying into completely dry hair and I'm only getting a very little amount of tugging and pulling. Almost none to be honest. And you could definitely apply it into damp hair. There's nothing wrong with that, but I just prefer applying into dry hair to really maximize the amount of hold that I get. The scent's definitely noticeable, but once again it is really subtle, so I'm really not gonna notice it much throughout the day. And as for the shine, I'd say it's a low to medium shine. Definitely more on the lower end. Just looking at it back, goes through pretty easily. Has a very slight amount of resistance, but it still has a pretty good slickness overall. It's still able to keep everything nice and tight really well. I'm gonna start my hair now. Talk to you again in a bit. And I think I'm just gonna call that done. So as you can tell, I'm getting a pretty good amount of height. My sides are holding down well. This pomade has a fair amount of slickness where everything's nicely in place, getting that low to medium shine, and the scent's really subtle. So anyways, let's talk more about Sang Nila Cream Pomade. Now this isn't exactly the first unorthodox water-based pomade that Ziggy Supply put out. The last one that I reviewed from them was Temasek Pomade, so I'm gonna be making a few references to this one. Now right off the bat, I think that Sang Nila is a really user-friendly pomade. Has an effortless scoop and application, really easy to style with, and you definitely do get a good amount of hold from it. But how does it compare to Temasek Pomade? Well, firstly, I think that you get better slickness with Sang Nila. I felt that Temasek was a bit dry for my liking, but with this, I don't really get that issue. I also find that Sang Nila is able to provide a better amount of shine compared to Temasek, which has a low to matte shine. Now of course, unfortunately, I do have my gripes with Sang Nila. Even though I'm getting a pretty good result with it right now, I do find that the hold and slickness does lift throughout the day. I also find that the endurance is a bit lacking, especially if I'm going to be walking around all day. I do find myself needing a touch-up or restyle once in a while. But even though it does lose a bit of hold and slickness throughout the day, I do find that it lends itself to finger combing pretty well, so blessing in disguise. And also, for something called a cream pomade, I was kinda hoping for an easier washout, but it's not the end of the world. Speaking of which, I do find that it takes about 1 to 2 showers with shampoo to get everything out. You do get a slight build up with it. So anyways, final verdict on Sang Nila Cream Pomade. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. I definitely think it's an improvement from Temasek Pomade. Just really user friendly and I can easily overlook its shortcomings. If you're into creamier pomades, this is definitely worth checking out. And as per usual, more details on the blog, link down below. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Hope you liked the review. Do leave a comment down below. Subscribe to my channel right here. or you can check out my last video right here. I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.